Let me see here. Let's wait and see. Are we on? Okay, there we go. We're on Facebook, and it's Monday, and I'm Alex, and we've got a whole bunch of people waiting to come on here today for our pop-up show, which is my favorite show of the week. You know, if I could keep doing this forever, I wouldn't mind. All right. Anyway, where are we? Oh, I powdered my face and my eyes a little off there. Okay. Always have to look good. And let's admit all. Here they come. There's oh well, let's see here. We got all kinds of names here. There's Scott Boddicker, and there's Marjorie Miller, and there's Len LaFrisco, and there is, ready for this, Edward Berger.
That's right.
Charlie Wallace, the wonderful Andrew Deutsch, John Hewing, and Jeffrey Stein. Did I already say? No, I didn't say Charlene Solis already. Anyway, hello, Charlene.
Hello.
Paula 11 here, followed by Paula 12. I love doing that stupid joke. I don't know why.
Never gonna get old.
Doing that stupid joke. Well, hello to all of you. How are you today?
Hey,
Good.
how are you?
Okay.
I gotta tell you, I have to tell you ahead of time. I have to leave a little bit early today, but I'm glad to be here.
Oh, well, you can't. We don't allow that.
I know it's against the
you have
law,
a
but
note-
you
you
know,
have a
like
note from
I'm
your-
a lawbreaker today.
Do you have a note from your parents?
That would be a bit problematic.
Oh, okay. All right. I got something I want to start out with today. This is special. Some guy named what's his name? Tom Law, Tom Lou. Got to put my glasses on. Tom Lou sent me a note. He said, according to his Facebook page, since the latest pop-up, you know what I'm talking about? Edward Berger, one of my favorite pop-up panelists, has been out and about going to restaurants and even the movies.
That's right.
To bring him into the conversation, you could ask him about the movie he saw, his review of it, or how he thinks being in a movie theater compares with watching movies at home. He also has been going to chain family restaurants, and you could ask him how he rates them. Edward often surprises with smart, funny answers when you go to him. Isn't that nice, Edward?
That's right. Glad one of my fans.
Well, let's look at your Facebook page and see what your whereabouts were.
Yeah. This
Wait a minute.
my niece's son is here. That's why I'm going to, because
Well, anyway,
maybe,
well,
yeah.
we'll take it a dinner at a time here.
Right. Okay.
Edward Berger was eating dinner with his beloved family at Outback Steakhouse.
That's right. That was I think yesterday. Yeah.
And what did you have at Outback?
I had the filet mignon,
And
and I don't know what he had.
did you guys get a blooming onion at all?
It was. I didn't know it was free blooming onion day. I didn't
Oh, it was
last
free.
time.
It was
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, if you ask
blooming
for it, you
onion.
get it for free, but I didn't know it, so we didn't get it.
I'll tell you, I'm crazy about those blooming
Yeah.
onions. I don't know why.
Yeah.
How many here have eaten at Outback and had a blooming onion? There
Long
we
time
go.
ago.
Am I right? Is it good?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go on with his week. Edward Berger was eating dinner with his beloved family. Here we go again at Applebee's.
That's right.
And bar. This was
This-
on. This was yesterday. This was well,
Yeah, it wasn't yesterday. It was I think
Saturday.
Saturday. What's something of the weekend?
yeah. He probably when he wrote this to me, it was on Sunday.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was eating dinner with Bub. What did you order at Applebee's?
A hamburger.
Hamburger.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Is Applebee's okay? I mean, you
Yeah.
must be.
Applebee's is okay.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have one right by me. That's why we went.
Well, we
there.
have one right next to Costco, but I've never been. I think I've been in it once. Maybe I went to an Applebee's once. I always liked Outback. I was always crazy about Outback.
Yeah,
Marjorie won't go,
Outback is
but
good. Yeah.
yeah, Marjorie won't go. They have shrimp there too, don't they? Have a bunch.
I don't.
Can't
Maybe I
remember.
don't know.
Marjorie wouldn't have to have the steak, but she could have the blooming onion. Shrimp in the barn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we go to the movies. You went to an IMAX theater at
Yeah,
AMC.
it wasn't IMAX. It was just that was the only one I could. It wasn't an IMAX movie, but
Yeah, well, what was the movie? What would hold on
it
for a
was
second. Wait a minute, hold on. Before you say, remember he had to actually leave the house. He
you know,
then
I
had
leave the
to, he then
house.
had to go to a movie theater
Yeah.
where there might have been a crying baby or somebody kicking the back of his seat. So what would make you go to, when was the last time you were to a movie theater?
Last we went to movies 3 times in the like 2 or 3 weeks he was here.
Man, you're keeping them alive. Because they say the average person now goes to the average movie
Right.
twice a year.
Uh-huh.
That's
Um,
about
And Marjorie, I haven't been to one, what, 3 years maybe?
We went to one after COVID. That
Right
was
after
it.
COVID, we went to a movie theater. And you would think that when they had COVID and the theaters were kind of closed, that they would have gone in, really cleaned the place, fixed the seats, made the
No.
theaters look better, put down new rugs and all of that. We went in, it was the same dirty old theater we always went to with the rocking seats, you know? So, but anyway, so what movie did it take you to get you out of the house to see a movie?
We saw Last Breath, I think.
That's the one with
Yeah, that's one where they go in Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson and somebody goes
Yeah,
underwater and
yeah,
can't
and
come
then
up
they
with
get something happens and they have to go down and get him.
What made you want to go to that movie instead of maybe the other choices that were there, like a Paddington Bear movie?
Well, I'm not a fan of Paddington Bear.
What else was playing at that theater? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't remember. I just look for the movie I want to see, and
Yeah. Do you sometimes just go by a movie theater and say, "Hey, I'm going to go in and let's see
I usually only go when I'm with somebody, unless I'm on vacation or something.
Because I made a deal with Marjorie once that we were going to go to a movie theater and then we were going to see the first film that was available
Uh-huh.
at that point.
Uh-huh.
And it was terrible, whatever it was.
It's-
Okay, two more things on his schedule. Edward Berger was eating dinner with his beloved family. You always go out with your family, don't you?
yeah.
Wow, at Blue Bay Diner. Where
That's
is
right.
that? Where is that?
That's near my house. That's where all the politicians used to give their bribes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Blue Bay Diner, I think. Where is that?
It's in Flushing.
You know something?
Or
I may have
Bayside.
gone there. I may have gone there with Shecky a couple of.
Maybe.
May have been the Blue Bay Diner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those diners where you go to it and you don't know what to eat because they hand you a menu and it's
Yeah.
25 pages
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
You hate that, Jeff? Why? Diners are no longer an institution in New York. It's hard to find a diner anymore.
Well, I know, but I don't want to spend an hour reading about all the different choices. Come on, simplify it.
Well, you can simplify it because you went in for maybe a salad, so you look at the salad page, or you want Italian, so you look at the pasta page. Yeah. I've often thought that at diners they were all the same dish; they were just given in different order in the menu. So what did you have? What did you have when you?
I had a hamburger there because if you order anything else, they give you too much food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So these are 2 burgers in 1 week with your
Yeah.
family.
Right.
Do you only go out to eat when you're with your family, or do you go out to eat just alone?
I go like McDonald's or something. I don't go into a restaurant.
Oh my God, you do McDonald's?
Yeah.
Are you
Fancy.
crazy?
Nothing wrong with McDonald's.
I don't know. I think Wendy's is better than McDonald's.
Yeah, that's only once a week. I alternate with 1 week it's McDonald's and the other week it's pizza.
I mean, if you need to eat crap, just come over here, And finally, Edward Berger. Now, this is a good choice. Was this in Manhattan?
Oh no, that's the one in Queens.
Ben's Kosher Delicatessen. Is that the
Right.
same Ben's that's in New York?
Yeah,
City,
yeah, it's the same
Manhattan?
Ben, right? Same thing.
Ben's is very good. One of the few
Yeah.
delicatessens left, This town
Yeah,
used to have hundreds of delicatessens.
Yeah.
Okay. And then all of a sudden, one day, the delicatessens started disappearing.
Right.
Now you're down to only about 3 in Manhattan, and I don't know how many you've got out in your out in that Chinese neighborhood you live in at Flushing.
right.
Yeah, and you went there and you ordered what?
I had pastrami.
By the way, this was he made this notation at 1:17 p.m. on March the 2nd. Go ahead. What
Okay.
did you eat?
I had a pastrami sandwich and French fries and a soda.
Okay, good choice.
That's
Good choice.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. And that was his week, and
Yeah.
now you have a stalker.
Okay.
But and his name is Tom Liu.
Okay.
And the subject matter was Edward Berger's busy week.
That's right.
Is your week usually that busy, or
No, only because my niece's son is here. We have we look for
Oh,
things.
okay, all right. Well, that makes sense. But
Right.
my other question is, I forgot what the other question was. Yeah. So it was with your family.
Right.
Anybody have a question for Tom about his choices? Yes.
Not a question, but there used to be a tradition in Jewish delis that they would solve the problem for the big menus because they would tell you what to eat and they would tell you what not to eat. So if you would order something that they didn't think was good, they would say, "You don't want that." If you wanted that, you would say, "No, you don't want that." I mean, I remember that tradition. It's probably gone with a lot of things.
Did you ever live in New York?
No,
Oh, so you never went to Cantor's?
never went to where?
Oh, no, what
No.
delicatessen, Marjorie? Oh, where did Marjorie go? She went off to go to.
In New York. I went to Carnegie's and I went to what's Colton Sons and Daughters, Russ and Daughters.
Russ and Daughters is actually a food selling place. In other words, they sell Jew food, basically. And
I would take that only from you, Alex.
what was the place, Marjorie, down on the Lower East Side that used to be? They called it a dairy restaurant, or what was it called? It had
The Blinsa?
They had
Ratner's.
That's the name I was trying to think. Would that have the name right in the first place? I call it Cantor's. Cantor's is in
Yeah,
California.
that's in Hollywood. Los Angeles.
Ratner's. And I used to go there when Bill Graham shut down the Fillmore East. He held a press conference, and almost 2/3 of his press conference was reminiscing and putting down Ratner's. Because if you go in there, they had the waiters from hell. These people have been there like 84 years, okay? And they treated you like crap. And you really enjoyed that. And there was something about it, about being.
Because you didn't take it seriously. It was part of the shtick.
No, well, I mean, no, they just went there. What do you want?
Yeah, right.
And usually I would order, are you ready for this? The noodles and cottage cheese.
My God.
What did you say, Jeff?
I said I would never eat that.
Are you talking about kugel?
No, cottage cheese and noodles.
What the?
This was a dairy restaurant.
I understand.
They didn't serve anything with meat in it.
I know.
You know,
Been there once.
you been there once. You never went back, huh?
That's right.
I used to go there to get the noodles and cottage cheese. I didn't get anything else because everything else was really crap. You know. But anyway, we're
Noodles
talking
and
about.
cottage cheese sounds disgusting.
There's nothing. My mother used to make me noodles with cottage cheese. It's the only time, but I won't eat cottage cheese any other way. There's no reason to eat cottage cheese for any other reason. What is cottage cheese? It should be coming out of you rather than going in.
Oh, thank you for that.
Oh boy. You have
Oh.
restaurants down there in Texas? I could ask that either Charlie or Scott Boddicker. He's in Plano. You're in
Austin.
Are you in Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nearby.
Yeah. So,
We got delis here.
is it
Yeah.
near you? Is
No, not near me, but downtown.
Plano I'm talking about?
Oh, no. It's like
Oh,
4 or 5 hours away.
so where do you
That's
go
how you
to
go.
eat when you want to get yourself a little treat, Charlie?
Well, Outback is right down the street. I love Outback Steakhouse.
See? Would you convince Marjorie of that, please, so I can go to Outback again?
Where's there an Outback, Alex?
It's down on 23rd Street. Yeah, I know where the Outback is, okay? Where's the Outback in Queens if we're ever out there?
It's in the Bay Terrace Shopping Center.
The Bay Terrace Shopping Center, see? It's always in a shopping center,
Yeah.
usually. The one here in New York isn't in a shopping center. But so that's where you would go if I said, "Hey, Charlie, let's go have some dinner." You'd say, "Let's go to Outback."
That'd be probably my first choice.
Your first choice, okay? Not exactly a Texas answer.
Well, there's
I would have
Texas
thought you would have
Roadhouse.
told me someplace with great ribs or
Yeah.
some Texas style food. How about you, Scott? Where do you go to eat when you go out? What's your favorite place?
Well, I prefer Thai food, and there's some, just some local
Mhm.
places around here. If I had to go out to eat, I can't make good Thai food. I mean, I can grill a steak, so yeah.
Yeah. I made pad Thai the other day.
Did you?
No, we
boy.
heated it up, Alex.
Okay, I heated it up.
Yeah.
I had to actually cook it. I had to take the noodles, put them in the thing, and then pour the sauce over them, and then put it in the microwave and warm it up. And there I had pad Thai, and was good, wasn't it?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, but when I go to a Thai restaurant, pad Thai is about all I order.
That's my wife. She always gets the pad Thai. I don't even, I order for her because it's just
Yeah,
always-
what do you get at a Thai restaurant? What's your favorite?
Well, it depends. Usually I like to get something with seafood or whatever in it, something spicy. I like the fried catfish.
Fried catfish. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's pretty good. They make a real spicy catfish thing. So
And let me see, Len LaFrisco, where's a favorite place for you to eat?
If I'm going out for a nice dinner, you got to go to the House of Prime Rib in San Francisco.
Well, yeah, but if let's say you had to do it in your neighborhood or in your vicinity,
Texas Roadhouse is
Mhm.
about 20 minutes away. That's really good.
is that a chain or is that a?
It is. It is.
Okay.
But their
That's
prices
one
are
you meet.
extremely reasonable.
Really? And what do
it's
they
very
they
good.
serve a lot of steaks and ribs?
Yeah. Their filet is amazing. Very good. That's
Well,
like
of course, it's
27
all the
bucks.
Texas
Not bad.
steakhouse, so they must serve steak.
Yeah. There's lots of local Italian restaurants here that we go to every weekend that we just love. So
Yeah. I wonder, I wonder if in Italy they say, let's go out and have Italian tonight. I don't think that happens. If you're in China, we went to China, Marjorie, and we went out for dinner. And we found, to begin with, Chinese food is very different in China.
did they just call it food?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes. But
They give you a menu and that's it.
if they didn't have pictures on the menu, we wouldn't know what we were ordering.
True.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go get Google Lens on your phone.
Yeah.
You point it at the menu and it translates it in real time. It is absolutely.
Well, when we went there, they didn't do that.
I know.
See? So, But we sat there for an hour trying to figure out the menu and what we wanted and looking to see. And then we went to one restaurant that didn't have pictures of the food.
Uh-oh.
And that was really difficult because we didn't know anything.
In China, I just point at the menu and hope I get what I get.
Hope for
Yeah.
the best.
I was in a restaurant and the appetizers, I pointed and the waitress got all excited and she brought me this plate and it had these like bones that kind of looked like this, the big piece of meat at the end of it,
Yeah.
and with a dipping sauce. So you kind of eat off the end of this thing, and I put one in my pocket and went back to the hotel because I wanted to know what it was. I went up to the counter and talked to the woman who worked at the counter. She said, "Oh, that's my favorite." I said, "Really? What actually was this thing?" She goes, "Oh, those are duck tongues."
Ew.
Wow.
It was the jawbone and a little piece of meat on the end.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
And did you enjoy the duck tongues?
they were the best duck tongues I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean,
By the way, Ed, do you feel like a cannibal when you order a burger?
No.
No.
well,
Asking for a friend.
I want to find out what John Ewing eats in his neighborhood.
Well, I eat breakfast at a place called Mr. Mom's. It's a converted gas station in Petaluma, and it's like a 1940s cafe, old school. And the waitresses running around, and corned beef hash, poached eggs, rye toast.
Hmm.
That's my delicacy, Alex.
Yeah, well, nothing like it. Of course, now one egg will cost you $200, but
Right.
How about you, Jeff, up there in Connecticut? Where do you go to eat? When
Tell you what, I
let's
go
go out
to
to, huh?
in New York.
No, not New York. It's got to be in your neighborhood. We don't want you coming here as an
He's in
interloper.
Florida now, Alex.
Oh, he's in Florida now, isn't he?
Oh, Florida.
Well, you can tell us either Connecticut or Florida. There's no good food in Florida. Their idea of a good time is a what do you call it? The crab. What is it? But no, they give you the leg of the crab. And they cut it off the crab, and then they throw the crab back in the water with one leg
Yeah. Keep
and
the
wait
ocean-
for them to grow
Stone
back.
crab.
These stone crabs, yeah. And it's sitting there. I'm imagining the crab going, well, oh, my claw is finally coming. What are you doing? What? You're going to cut it off again? The cruelest thing you can do to an animal. Why don't they just eat the whole crab? What's wrong with the rest of the crab beside the claw?
Want to keep
Nothing.
In
keep
Singapore,
the
we
quality
ordered,
What?
go up, the quantity.
Yeah, in Singapore, you what?
lobster sashimi. They break the head off the live lobster, scoop out the tail, cut up the meat, put the tail under the lobster's face, and serve it to you. And while you're eating the meat, the thing's looking at you doing this shit.
I had that happen in San Francisco at a Japanese restaurant, the Miyako Hotel, I think it's called. And I said, "Oh, I'd love to have the lobster sushi." I mean, it was, not cooked sushi, not cooked lobster. And they bring me the lobster, and here he is like this. And all his guts now are at the bottom for me to eat. And I'm going, well, that's nice that they prepare it this way. And it's kind of festive, and you get to see the lobster. And all of a sudden I notice I could not eat. I started eating that lobster, and I swear to you, he was looking down at me, eating it, picking it out of me. He's going, "You're going to eat that? Really? You really want to eat that?" I mean, it was the first food and the first preparation of food that, God, you made me feel so guilty for eating something.
That's much worse than the Jewish deli, I have to say.
That's the Jewish deli.
I was at a restaurant in San Francisco where they brought out a big plate of salt with a rock that had been in the oven, and they asked you cooked your own food on the rock.
In that case, why don't you just take the rock home and the food and cook it yourself at home?
Looked heavy.
Um,
Wouldn't fit my luggage.
Did I ask you where you eat locally? I have a very short memory, Andrew.
No.
I didn't ask you.
No,
Okay, where?
there's a similar to Scott. There's a Thai restaurant here that's just like the food you get in Thailand, and there's also a biryani Indian restaurant that does Hyderabad style curry that we like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleveland has good restaurants.
There's a lot. Yeah.
I wish that were true about Akron. It's not so much in Akron.
I went to a Vietnamese restaurant a couple of weeks ago where they had napalm cooked. So
I like the Agent Orange sodas.
let's ask Charlene. Where in your neighborhood are your?
We usually go to like little Mexican restaurants, like authentic Mexican restaurants.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But don't drink the water. And
I
Paula,
can tell you.
what?
I'll tell you what I actually eat in Florida.
What?
Chinese food.
Well, you're Jewish and you're in Florida. It's the rule. You have to go to Florida if you're Jewish. and of course, it's Chinese food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, and finally, Paula, is there anybody I missed so far? No. I think
I don't have much to add because I mean there are chain restaurants here in Akron, but the really good restaurants are in Cleveland.
I'm gonna come down and take you to the Athena Greek restaurant down there in Akron. It's the best Greek place in the state.
Oh, where is that?
Athena, it's called. Been around forever. It's creepy. They got some tables that have like mannequins having dinner, but the rest of the place is really good. Great food.
Wow.
Okay, that's a deal.
One of these days I'll drive down there and take you to dinner at the Athena.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. Well, so if we ever go to visit Paula, we know a good place to eat.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Well, look who's joined us. Brian Neary. Brian, we've been asking people where they like to eat to have dinner in their neighborhood. What? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I'm going over. I just went over Altamont Pass. So, okay, what was the question?
Okay.
Stop in here.
We're asking people where they
I
eat.
honked.
You honked. Yeah, I saw you.
Okay, where they eat dinner. Where they eat dinner in their neighborhood. But your neighborhood keeps changing.
Yeah, and the reason why I'm late is because I just signed my papers to sell my house. So I sold my Lathrop house.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh wow! Already that was quick.
So now are you homeless?
30 days I will be. So it's good.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Did you move all your furniture in there, or this was just a short temporary house, wasn't it?
Yeah, I only had like a couple things. Yeah, most of my stuff is still in my garage. So yeah, I didn't unpack most of my stuff here at this house. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're hardly lived in.
So, yeah, and then I found I really like. So it has a pool and everything for it. So yeah, so I just looked at that again today with my realtor. So things are moving very good.
Well,
very happy with
okay. You just buy and sell houses all. Did you lose or make money?
No. I made a lot of money on my San Jose house and broke even on this house. So, yeah,
So you broke even? Okay. Because you only had it a short time.
yeah, and then right after Super Bowl, all the prices started going up again. So that was good.
Yeah, and then you're also maybe leaving your job and going somewhere else or something.
Yeah, I have my second interview, but it's backwards because I had the first interview with the CEO and founder last week, and then I have a meeting with interview tomorrow with finance with the guy who's retiring, and then the CEO and founder. We're going out to lunch probably with a few other people. So.
So tomorrow. Hey, if they're bringing you back like that and they're taking you out to lunch,
I have a couple of friends that work there, and they said that they're almost putting my name on the office already. So yeah, so it's pretty done deal.
But let me ask you, why after so long are you leaving the company you're with?
So the last 5 years, I've been on a project to move all the stuff from manufacturing, all the machines from Sunnyvale to Lodi, because we built that new building up.
And by the way, the reason it took him 5 years is because
now it's
he had
time
to move all the equipment himself.
Yeah.
So now everything's been moved, and so we're shutting down manufacturing only in Sunnyvale. And then so they offered me some positions in Lodi, and I said no. I'm going to work in Silicon Valley the rest of my life. So I said I'll find something, and then this one fell in my lap last week.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's a big promotion. So I didn't think I'd reach this level. So it's really good.
And you don't have to carry the machinery from building to building.
Nope. So
So
and it's
that-
the same type of stuff we're doing. We're doing DNA detection, but it's a different kind of platform. So it's really exciting.
Good. Terrific.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. Well, wait till next Monday. I'll have signed. I think by then. So yeah, but yeah, it's going well.
Where's Marjorie?
She was right here, but she's sleeping in the back. I guess I don't know.
She's warming some pad thai.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where she. Oh, I know what it is. She's making dinner. You know what making dinner is these days?
Answering the door.
Microwave. Cooking the food from Costco. You know, the fettuccine Alfredo.
That's good.
That's really good. That's
It is.
good.
It is good. But you know, the problem is too much of it. You know, it's like anytime you go to Costco, you got to buy a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
And so it's kind of hard to say, okay, I want this because you got to eat it all. And we're making what? Fettuccine Alfredo tonight, Marjorie?
Surprise.
No, it's not a surprise. I saw it falling on the counter.
It's a surprise dinner.
Hey, Alice, can I read you the best headline of the day?
Okay.
The U.S. is making more seizures of illegal eggs than fentanyl at the Canadian border. Since October,
Canadian border?
Customs officers have made 3,768 seizures of birds and poultry-related products at all borders, and only 350 fentanyl seizures in the same period. So.
Well, you know, to begin with, all those people, you know, I was mentioning this to Marjorie last night. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. That the fentanyl is, you know, these people aren't bringing in fentanyl.
No.
People crossing the border. Because you'd have to dry out your fentanyl after walking across the Rio Grande. I mean, if people are going to bring
what orifice you store it in.
If they're bringing in fentanyl, it's by ships in West Coast harbors or maybe even East Coast harbors. What?
Trucks,
yeah, stuff like that. It's not some poor soul who's trying to, you know, flee Ecuador or flee Ecuador.
Fleas in Ecuador.
Yeah.
And ticks.
Huh?
Fleas and ticks.
Yeah, right. So anyway, so that's what's the big deal now.
So if you're talking about restaurants, so Dozone is my daughter's favorite. Dumplings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's a place. So I was with her over the weekend, and then she does the ordering, and I do the eating. But she loves dumplings.
She is of Asian extraction, right?
Does she speak
I like the
Asian? She's half Asian and half Mongol or whatever you are. And
does she speak Vietnamese, Brian?
No.
But does she like Asian food?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, she likes. Yeah, she does.
Yeah. And did her mother cook it at home?
Yes.
Okay, so she got used to that. That's her. See, what happens whatever your mother makes you is what's the word you use for it, Marjorie?
Soul food.
What?
Your soul food.
Well, not your soul food, but it's comfort food.
Yeah, well, that's your soul food.
You know, like people say, Alex, how can you eat tripe? Because my mother cooked it. And I ate it. And so it's comfort food to me, you know. And I'm sure, I mean, like, what was Paula, what was the weirdest food they served in your home when you were growing up that you ate?
I would say calf's liver, but I didn't eat it.
I don't blame you.
And I have to say, Alex, that your mother's menu seems pretty strange, as you have described it.
Well, no, tripe is to begin with, it's not difficult to cook, and it's really, if you cook it right, it's very tasty.
Right, but so far we have tripe and
Does everybody know what tripe is
and
here?
cottage cheese.
Stomach lining.
No, it's not cottage cheese.
Stomach lining.
It's a cow's stomach lining. Yeah.
Why do I need that in my body?
Well,
Yeah.
not that you need it in your body. If it's cooked right, it's very tasty. But you probably wouldn't like it because it's got a really interesting texture, you know.
And it smells really bad when it's cooking. My mother-in-law makes
Sort of like
it,
chitlins.
and I can't even, if I walk into her house and she's cooking that, I have to turn around and walk out. It's
Really?
just,
I never noticed the smell, although when you're boiling it initially, then you throw it in the pot with the tomato sauce, the tomato-based sauce, and let it just cook in that. There's no smell, you know, except the smell of yummy. Anyway,
Who's digesting who when you're eating it?
yeah. What was your comfort? Did you have a comfort food, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Spanish food.
Spanish food?
Yeah.
Your mother was Spanish?
No, my mother?
The comfort food is what you ate when you were a kid. Your mother made it, you ate it, and then every time you go out to eat and you see it's on a menu, you want to get it because it's comfort food.
I pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, also my other one that my mother made that I love, just love, tongue.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Ah,
lingua. Yeah, lingua's very good.
You like tongue, right?
Well, yeah, I like tongue, but then I like lingua too. Remember, I'm single. Okay.
I like this. I was very fond of the tip of the tongue. And the front part of the tongue, the back part gets a little gelatin.
oh,
I don't want to eat something that can taste me back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's right.
Bon appetit, everybody.
You know what my mom made?
Just the tip. Just the tip.
Yeah, eat I'm only gonna eat the tip, right?
The biggest lie ever told, just the tip. Yeah.
That's the tip.
Best thing my mother ever made for dinner was reservations.
Good.
Yeah.
They're good at that. Hmm? Why, your mother wasn't much the cook?
No,
Really?
she thought she was.
Because I grew up at a time where mothers always were the cooks of the house, and they were always very proud of the kind of food they cooked. You know, my mother was pretty good at it. She used to make borscht, but without beets in it. I mean, it made from beets, but then you strain the beets out, and then you served it cold with a hot potato and sour cream.
Wow.
Country.
Well, I mean, that's another one of my comfort foods, if you do it right, you know. But most places I've gone, they have warm borscht, and they, you know, it has the beets still in it, and it's not great, you know. But a lot of these foods were also foods that you could make cheaply.
Yeah.
You know, my mother, there was a time when flank steak was the worst steak you could buy because nobody could figure out what to do with it. And all of a sudden, one day, one restaurant figured if you take it and slice it on a bias, it's very tender and it's tasty. So that my mother used to make flank steak, and then she would cut it that way, and it was very good. And I love flank steak. Of course,
And they called it London broil, right?
later on they called it London broil, but it's a flank steak. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. Today, you used to be able to buy flank steak for like a penny a pound. You know, I mean, nobody wanted it. Today, it's one of the most expensive cuts of meat in a meat market. You know, I always judge how high the prices of things have gone by checking out the flank steak prices at Costco. That's what I did. So anyway. So anyway, these restaurants you're talking about, none of them seem to serve. Well, yours serves eggs, right, John?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And are they charging more for the eggs now?
No, they haven't yet. They do a really high volume, so I think they can offset with some other products. It's
Because I
just
mean,
a fun place to eat. Lots of fun.
yeah, because the price of eggs are terrible now, just horrible. I mean, I saw one place that was selling them for $12 a carton. You know,
I bought them for $12 a dozen at Target, but
yeah.
then found them at it was 18 pack for $4 at Sprouts. So it's a big difference wherever you go.
But they should have been cheap, shouldn't they?
Target wasn't. Target was $11 for a dozen.
Wow.
But like I said, Sprouts there was a dozen and a half for just for something. So I think it just depends on what store you go to.
Yeah, I wonder what they're charging at Costco. I should just look here. Hold on a second. I'll bring up my Costco delivery. But
yeah, I love Sprouts. I love Sprouts. There's a Sprouts right near my house. I really like it.
Sprouts?
Sprouts. Yeah, because you know what? I can go there with Adrian.
I never heard
she wants chocolate this or chocolate that to melt chocolate to make these YouTube thingies.
Yeah.
Whatever candies. And then we go through there and they don't have the crap, big brand stuff because they have the stuff that's a little bit healthier for you. So
well, I never heard of Sprouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like even salt, the regular salt you can't get there. They have special salt because it's better for you and all this stuff. It's really good.
Okay, large. Oh, are you ready for this? 5 dozen count of eggs.
5 dozen.
5 dozen.
5 dozen at Costco is $24.
It's cheap.
The 24 count is of large eggs is $9.83, and they're out of stock with the free range organic eggs. So
That's not bad.
that's not bad, but still, well, I guess that if you got 24 count for $9.93, that's cut in half. The dozen would be what?
About $5.
$5. That's not bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not bad.
The price goes up, chickens are going to afford membership at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh boy. So I was looking at the stock market today.
Did you?
Don't.
Well, I can't avoid it. Marjorie turns on MSNBC, and there's this little thing down in the corner.
So put masking tape over it.
Where is it now? It was almost at 1,000 today. Minus, not plus 1,000.
It was down 1,000. Let's see, right now.
It's
The
890.
Dow is 782 down. Nasdaq's down. Well, it's 1.8% on the Dow. The Nasdaq's down 3.6%. The S&P's down 2.5%.
Wow.
And Melania is going down on something. I can understand what that said.
Not Trump.
It's just not Trump.
Well, did you see the way she looked at you out in California? She looked at your governor, like drooling all over him. So
like I'll be back in a couple hours.
Yeah. But let me do the negotiations, dear. Right.
10-year Treasury's down almost 2%.
Real what?
1.8% down on the 10-year U.S. Treasury note.
I have a 3-year bond.
But
Huh?
I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what it is, but it's not on the chart.
I probably lost thousands in the last couple of weeks. Yes, and I just put my money for the first time in the stock market a lot. I count on this asshole becoming president.
And Tesla dropped $30 today.
What is up $30?
No, Tesla's down $30 today.
Oh, good.
Yeah. If you year to date, it's down $158 on the year.
Oh, good.
What a shame.
Yeah.
which is 40, almost 41.5%.
And he's
It couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
He's doing the same thing to Tesla that he did to Twitter. He bought it and he flushed it down the toilet.
Yeah.
Him and Trump are both great businessmen.
The beauty of it is
Yeah.
that's the business he's leveraged against. So if there's a call on his loans, he's screwed.
Yeah.
really?
The funny thing about me leaving,
Yeah.
You broke up.
look at
Larry.
the stock.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Sorry,
Wait, well,
how about now?
All right, that's better. Go ahead.
we'll
Oh.
start talking.
Okay, yeah. So the funny thing about me leaving this company is I have so much stock from over these years that are maturing in the next few years, and they're all tanked. So it's like it doesn't matter anyways.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter anyways. All the stock I have because it's worth nothing anyways now.
It's worth nothing now?
Because I got it at such a high price with climbing, and now it's dropped.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wow.
Okay.
So I'm not missing anything in the future. You know, it's like when they mature, it's going to be worth nothing.
We just sold a lot of stock that we had
Just before Trump?
just today.
Oh, today.
Oh, wow.
You know something? This is not the time to get rid of it.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
everybody would say, but Pam was getting terrified and she took like a third of it out.
Wow.
The tariffs haven't even gone in place yet. You made a good choice, Jeff. I bet.
She says
I
it's
bet
going to
on
go
it.
down worse.
I think
Yeah.
I think she's right.
Recession.
Well, we don't know. You know, all I know is I thought I was doing okay. I guess I still am anyway, but it's just, you know, when is there going to be a riot? When are people going to finally just,
When the Social Security checks are late.
Yeah.
A lot more people shaking their
You're right.
face.
just a
There's a good
problem?
chance
though.
they may be.
No, there's a problem with your feeling about that, Charlie. You and I may be on the front lines, maybe if I can walk there, if I can get there. I would be on the front lines, but people our age, we're not the demonstrating kind. No?
There's some demonstrating in the 70s.
Yeah, we were good at it in the 70s.
Yeah, but we were all what, in our
No,
30s?
no, you get a bunch of
20s?
people out our age who are protesting, and you go, "What do we want?" And the reply is Metamucil.
The left's protests so far have been pathetic.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're horrible. They're horrible.
The old folks around the lectern, we will win. It looked like they were pissed that the pudding got changed to butterscotch. There was a freaking protest at the Kennedy Center of dancers doing the angry dance. I'm sure they changed lots of mind with
Well,
that.
at least that was kind of as part of the theme of protesting what was happening to the Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
But do you see
It was pathetic.
Lin Miranda canceled the performances of Hamilton at the Kennedy Center that were supposed to be on for next year. Just said, I don't want to go there and do it for him.
A lot of people have canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see Kid Rock and
Yeah.
and the one man play about the history of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, right.
That'll be beautiful. It'll be inspiring.
Yeah. Linda McMahon's the head of the Department of Education.
Yeah.
Tasked with closing it.
Huh? Mm-hmm.
Her task is to close it down.
Yep.
Why? I don't understand that one.
Because they don't know what it does.
Yeah.
They don't recognize that education is controlled by the states.
What
and
about
funding it.
what about Department of Education? Don't you understand?
The function of it? They're not creating curriculum. It's the administrative side of making sure that funds are distributed properly for all of the special programs. If you got a kid in a wheelchair, good luck. Special needs, done.
Yep.
You want to go to college? I'm not sure who's handling the loans. But it'll probably get turned over to private banks at the same rates you pay for credit cards now.
Well, the good news is they're gutting the IRS too. So how are they going to come collect money when we didn't pay them?
That's
They're
right.
going to pay you your refund.
Well,
Yeah, they can't get to your refund. That's the problem.
Well, then do a better tax return so you don't have to get a refund. I don't know. Anyway,
Quit paying it.
hmm?
Quit paying federal tax. Just stop.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Arrest everybody?
Well, if
No, just the ones that have a D next to their name.
no, if the left just didn't pay their taxes this year, they couldn't handle it. They just couldn't handle it. And there'd be enough of us, they wouldn't throw us all in jail either.
I say we all get together in Boston and throw bronzer into the bay.
I love that. That's a great idea. Let's do that. It's amazing. Just amazing what's happening. And I don't know how I'm supposed to react to all of this, but I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it because it's my money, damn it. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see if we're going out okay. I'm sure we are. Here we are. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, we're going out okay. All right. There we go. So anyway, so I mean, it's getting ridiculous. It's getting weird. Has everybody noticed that things cost more? Because we suddenly have noticed it, especially when we order out like we do.
Or even ordering food for delivery.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
We're getting less. Like I used to allow myself to spend $200 at Costco. What I bought for $200 is now $250. And it's not Costco's fault. They're going to keep the prices as low as they possibly can. You want a cheap chicken? Get one of their roasters.
Yeah, they haven't changed.
They haven't changed the price on that, and they won't. That's their lost leader, as it's called. Yeah. And they have, for years, taken great pride. They also haven't changed the price of the hot dog when you buy it there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very proud about that, but they're losing money on it now.
Yeah.
But what they did with the chicken, they did a terrible thing with chicken. We used to buy a chicken all the time.
Horrible.
Why? Because we got 2 meals out of it. Okay, Marjorie and I, because as you get older, you don't eat as much. All right. Well, now we order it, and it used to come in this plastic thing with the top,
dome, like
dome
a
over
top.
it. They are now. Have you seen what happened to them?
Yeah, they're in a bag.
They're in a bag now. And I'm going, why do I want a chicken in a bag? And then when I'm through eating it, before I could kind of, chop it up and then put the rest in the little container.
Yeah.
Now I have to shove it back in a plastic bag.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, so we don't buy it anymore. You
can buy it at Sam's and it still comes in that nice little tray cover thing. At Sam's house, yeah.
BJ's too, if you don't get the organic one, it comes in the tray.
Oh,
there
really?
they do the leg quarters. You get the 4 monster leg and thighs. I think they're from ostriches, not chicken.
Well, this
$5.99
at Costco. This is a roasted chicken.
Right. They do both at BJ's. You can either get a roasted chicken for $4.99, and they're monsters.
Yeah.
Or they do 4 leg quarters, leg and thigh.
Oh, okay.
They're huge.
That'd be good.
For $5.99.
Yeah.
Well, you look at them, you can't believe they came off a chicken.
How did they get that big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
Induced the steroids.
saves me the cost of steroids to get this beautiful physique that
Just eat the chicken. All right, move your hand all the way over to the your left hand all the way to your right hand all the way to the right. No, keep going. There you go. That's how he's doing his little trick.
Wait here.
What? What are you gonna do?
Are you bald?
Yeah. So bald, my scalp is transparent.
I have a ski mask here that's green that I can put on and do the same thing. All you see are my lips. Yeah, that's right.
How many finger am I holding up?
One.
I have a glove somewhere here that goes all the way up to my shoulder.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, this is a fun little group here today. Mandy isn't here, and who else isn't here that usually comes on?
You know,
The gal from New York.
Well,
Francine.
there's
Oh,
still
Francine.
5 minutes left, so Giller will be here in a minute.
Yeah,
we would also,
if Francine is off for about 8 weeks, she's
Whoa.
teaching a class.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. You said that
How
last time.
dare she make money instead of coming to the show? But she wrote me, that's what's about you people. Sometimes when you can't make it, you write me and tell me I'm not going to be able to make it today. And I really appreciate that. What?
Alex, we would also be remiss if we did not recognize that tomorrow is the anniversary of Shecky's passing 2 years ago
Oh,
already.
Is it really?
Is
Yeah.
I don't have a date necessarily on that, but you're right. It was in March. It's
Yeah.
March 11th, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I think about that guy more often than I believe. He really made an impression, I think, on all of us.
Yeah.
He was just part of the group, and these are all people who consider each other friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Thanks, Len, for bringing us down.
yeah, thank
Yeah.
I'm glad he reminded me because I thought it was even longer ago than that now.
Yeah.
Really?
After the meeting, Len, go deflate somebody's tires too while you're at it.
Yeah. Slap some kid off a wheelchair or something.
I'm going over to Brian's house. He's got some nice cars.
I thank
Help me
Shecky.
pack.
I'm thanking Shecky a lot because the government is eating up all his money right now as we talk.
Yeah, I know.
Or the stock market is eating up all his money.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex, did I remember the little video of all his memorabilia and everything. Did that go somewhere nice? I mean,
I think don't know what I'd had nothing to do with getting rid of all that stuff.
yeah.
I believe he gave all his movie memorabilia and things like that to various organizations and so on. I believe there was a lot of stuff that he didn't give away, and he probably should have. Here comes Mike Chisholm. He probably can say where Shecky gave all his stuff. Do you know?
Where he gave all of his
Oh, wait a minute.
video and all that.
Before you talk, after the show, send me $10. There's an import fee. Go ahead.
Yeah, they offer 25% of the show.
Well, is it $10 or 25% or whatever's more? As far as I know, all of his Letterman assets went directly to, Walter Kim and his team at Worldwide Pants. As far as I know, we know who was in charge of that was Randy. She was kind of in charge of going through that stuff and sending it over.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad that it went somewhere. What's he going to do with it?
Well, I mean, it's funny. I believe that Don Giller is a better historian for that stuff than Worldwide Pants even is. That's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong about that, but I know that there's some things that Don doesn't quite have, and we don't know how much Pants has and how much of it's organized or what. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
Well, there was a lot more than that stuff. There was a lot more than that stuff. I mean, he had 10,000 DVDs.
And that I have no idea.
Well,
I have no
Shecky
idea.
always said to me, when I die, probably most of this stuff is going to wind up in a dumpster outside the house.
We would do video calls sometimes where and send emails and stuff back and forth to each other, pictures of each other's collections of things, and some of the comic book stuff that he had, and he just had amazing.
You know what else he had? Baseball cards,
memorabilia, sports memorabilia.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, so much of it.
He said, if anything I own is worth more than anything else I own, it's the baseball cards.
Absolutely.
I mean, he was this collector. There were comic books.
Jeez.
There were, whatever. There was I know because I saw some of the baseball cards.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of those things too. Where did they go? They didn't go to Letterman,
Yeah, no, that part I don't know. I don't know what Randy and his brother and them, what they decided to do with his stuff, if it was donated or what. I'm not certain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't you say they tore down his house too, Alex?
Yeah.
I've been told they've torn down.
It's gone.
It is gone?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So you've been by it then?
Yeah.
How'd you know where you lived? Were you?
Well, I used to go to school near there, so I figured out where it was.
Oh, is the school across the street?
No, that not
Here
that one.
comes
My
Don.
high school was
Here
near
comes
there.
Giller.
Here comes
There
Giller.
he
Oh
is.
yeah,
Wow, 159, a new record.
I won the poll 1 minute before the end of the show.
Well,
Yeah.
we can extend it a little here.
Yeah.
Hello there, Don.
Gotta go.
Or as Jack Benny used to say, "Oh, Don." So tell me, we were asking, do you know where a lot of Shecky stuff went?
As far as the tapes and DVDs, I have everything but maybe 10 videotapes.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And they were his?
Yeah.
How did you get them?
Stole them.
And Edward Berger.
How did you get them? Were did he will them to you or?
No, this started in November of 2016.
Oh, okay. All right.
He had late night binders of late night DVDs, around 400 shows. He told me that he was the show's backup, and he wanted me to be his backup.
Wow.
That's what happened.
Okay. All right. But I'm wondering where all those tapes went. Bet they probably went to Letterman then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, do you remember when he died? I thought it was the 10th, but I guess I'm wrong. It was the 11th.
well,
It was the 10th.
it was
Yeah.
the 10th. So you were wrong, Len. It's today.
Wow.
And
even
Mike,
more.
that's your birthday, isn't it?
It is.
I have
Well-
it marked on the. Why do I have it marked on the 11th? That's so weird. Okay.
It's Mike's birthday.
No, yeah.
Happy birthday.
On his, but there were places where it was put the 11th, but I got the notification on the 10th that he was gone.
I
So
remember being the 10th also, yeah.
yeah, it could be a time zone thing. I don't
I
know,
was
but
with him. Was I with him the day before he died, or did I leave and then he died?
it was a couple of days before you. It was the same day Steve was there, right?
Same day that Steve was there with me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a couple days before.
Yeah.
What happened is that Rick would loan me. Either he would bring them to New York City and I pick them up at MoMA, or I would go to his place and dig through all the stuff and pick and choose what I wanted to borrow. And once I borrowed it, I'd made sure I returned everything to Rick. You know, I kept nothing of his. I just made duplications of everything. And there was one remaining batch of videotapes that we set aside for, this was in 2018, that we set aside for the next and last drop. And then COVID happened, and then he decided to die. So, and that's when I reached out to you, Alex, and also to Randy about those tapes.
Mm-hmm.
But they all went to Walter, so they're out of my head. You know,
Yeah.
what I would have liked to have had is never going to happen.
Yeah, Randy was I say Rick's closest friend, and she also worked as a assistant director over at the or associate director. I don't know what.
I thought you were his closest friend.
No, she was, because she, in the end, especially took care of him. You know,
And she was straight.
and she was, yeah, but she was she's a gem in and of herself. You know,
So, Mike, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mike. Happy birthday to you.
Everybody.
What are you doing tonight? Where are you going to go eat the dinner at the
No, it's
Lawn?
my
What?
life is in a weird place right now. My dad's his dementia decided to stretch its legs a little bit, and he's been in the hospital ever since Wednesday night of last week. And
Sorry to hear.
no, it's okay. It's and the reality is he's probably never coming home, and so we're figuring all that stuff. The police got involved that night. Thankfully, that didn't go to where it needed to. But yeah,
Always consider yourself fortunate, because he wasn't dead he didn't wasn't still alive in the next room while his wife was dead for 10 days in the other.
Exactly.
Right.
I've been thinking a lot about that.
Yeah,
actually.
whenever you think about that, there are a lot of horrible ways to die, But you know,
Yeah.
if you don't hear from Marjorie and I'm still doing this show,
What a nice way to
come
end the
over.
show.
I may have dementia and not know she's dead. You know.
Look around.
Yeah.
So this is your best birthday ever.
Yeah.
No,
right.
it's
Oh well.
I'm
you
not a
know.
big birthday guy anyway, but then Shecky passing 2 years ago, and then Jerry last year and this year. Yeah, my birthdays for the last 3 years have been all non-events in the background, and that's right now too. So I just wanted to say hi to everybody.
I haven't had anybody die recently, but Marjorie left. Okay.
Oh man, what did you say?
We must really be running over. But,
You've been asking people what your favorite restaurant is?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm there now.
At home.
Shakular.
Very, very good. It's yeah. Oh, okay. It's Donnie G's is the name of the place.
There you go.
Donnie Z's.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, they just announced a 25% tariff on Canadian birthdays.
I will take it.
You see. Anyway, hey, listen, it's kind of time to call this quits. We're running over again. We always run over. We always have a nice time. This is a nice bunch of people. It's a great. I know. Even some of you write me and tell me you look forward to this.
Yes, sir.
Very much.
Yes,
It
sir.
shows you
Thank
have
you.
the same amount of no life that I have.
I have plenty of life, but this is a fabulous group of people.
It really is. It really is.
I agree.
And including Mandy, who isn't here today, and
All the regulars, absolutely.
what's her name? Francine.
Yeah.
But it's terrific. Thank you very much, Scott Boddicker. Appreciate it. Okay. Thank you to Len LaFrisco and to our good friend of both shows, actually, Charlie Wallace, Andrew Deutsch. Thank you. John Ewing. A fond farewell. I bid you an adieu, and I'll bid you two adieus. To Jeff, Charlene, thank you. Brian, nice to see you in the house you no longer own.
Yes. Party time.
Boy, you are a nomad. And Mike Chisholm, congratulations up there in the 51st state. Do you go to stores and see all the booze off the shelves that's made in America?
Yeah, I mean, you see it a little teeny tiny bit, but it's not near what the headlines say that it is.
Oh, okay. But you do boo at our hockey games, so.
I don't, but I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
I heard Pete Hegseth agreed to buy all the liquor that Canada wouldn't import.
Yeah, right, exactly. And finally, the lovely and attractive Minuteman himself, Don Giller.
That's what she said.
Thanks. And everybody, give a big wave goodbye. And we leave you, of course, with the lovely and attractive, where is he? There he is. Everybody changed places when Marjorie left. Edward Berger, who signs us off by saying,
That's all, folks.
bye-bye, everybody. See you next week.
Thank you, Alex.
Okay,
Have a
bye.
good